Hi guys, hope you're all doing well today. So today we're going to be making some elderflower and lime cordial. Elderflower is bang in season right now. If you look behind me, this is an elderflower bush, and over there is an elderflower tree. What you're looking for with elderflower is heads like this. Yes mate, that exactly. Those as well. I'm getting to the spiky leaves, buddy. Jaggedy leaves. And there's plenty of other stuff. I mean, there's another tree around here somewhere. Maybe a bit closer in. I don't know what the angle of view is like on this. And that's definitely not elderflower, but it could quite easily be confused for elderflower. We are going to be taking about 15 heads from this bush today. We're going to be cutting just below where all the little ones join in. That we are going to be taking 15 or so. I only need 15 to 20, so I can take about 20. I'm just out at the beginning of my dog walk, not dog walk, the wife's got the dog. I'm just out with the kids, so I'm going to come back and get that when on my way home, so it's not spending too much time in a bag. With elderflower, you want to pick it early in the morning when its fragrance is freshest. A couple of other things you want to remember: you don't want to take too much because it's wasteful. I've already said about the freshness. You don't want to get it confused with other bushes, other plants. There are, is that a car? No. There are 1,001 things out there you can only taste once. Elderflower looks very similar to giant hogweed. Giant hogweed is, normal hogweed's edible. Normal hogweed is fantastic. Giant hogweed is not so much. It will give you horrific blisters. That's not really something you want, especially on a day like this, where the sap is photosensitive. I don't know if that's the correct scientific word, but the sun makes it worse. So yeah, that's it. See you back in the kitchen. Oh, my lantern is hot today. So, like I said earlier, we're going to be making an elderflower and lime cordial. Elderflower and lime cordial is amazing on a day like this. Beautiful sunny weather outside. Whether you're having it with gin, vodka, or just some straight fizzy water, it is so refreshing. You will not regret making it. It's really simple. I don't think I forgot to mention anything when we're out picking it. A couple of things I take out with me when I'm picking, in fact I pretty much nearly got this on me all the time, is a little knife. If I'm going on a decent forage or just a decent walk, I'll take multiple bags with me. That's because if I've picked something that I'm not entirely sure what it is, I'll put it into a separate bag from things that I do know what it is. 9 times out of 10 though, I've got at least 2 books on me. I've got my phone on me, so the internet's there as well for a third point of reference. You can't be too careful when you're foraging. It can be fatal. There are plenty of things that will kill you. Not to put a damper on going out and getting elderflower, it's a fairly basic thing to collect, but please do make sure you know what you're getting. Wicked. Right, let's get to it. So here we have our ingredients for lime and elderflower cordial. I've got 500 millilitres of tap water, 500 grams of caster sugar, 2 limes that I'm going to zest and juice, and about 20 heads of elderflower that I've rinsed off. Now, we always rinse any wild bits that you pick up because you want to get rid of any contaminants, mostly bugs. You don't want bugs in your food, do you? Let's be honest. That is why we wash it. Cool. I'm going to cut to the syrup and away we go. So just quickly, while I remember, if you want to get yourself one of these, it's a speed peeler. It's fantastic, they make everything so much easier. With the zest that's going into our cordial, you don't want any of the pith in there, so you use a speed peeler, take off a little bit, and get your knife nice and flat, cut out the pith, you know, because this is what you want. You don't want this bit, that's where the bitterness is, get rid of that. You want this nice bit of skin That's where the flavour is, that's where the essential oils are. And that's what's going to give us our lime flavour in our cordial. So now we have our lime infused syrup. We're going to squeeze the juice in. Nice, like this. And keep that nice, fresh, juicy. That's why we do this bit at the end. Ow, that's really hot. Bring this back to the boil, and then we're going to put our elderflower heads in. So here we have our syrup. Now we're going to add our elderflower heads that have been washed and picked. You want to get the bulk of the green out. You don't want any of those thick stems. Chuck them in like that. That's what I mean by thick stems. Anything thicker than that, you don't want in there. Then you give it a swirl and a stir. Cling film this. Leave it for a couple of days. So here we have our elderflower syrup that's been infused for a couple of days. As you can see, it's lovely and thick. The fragrance coming out of there is fantastic. It tastes amazing as well. So what we're going to do is I'm going to strain this off, pass it through a muslin, and then bottle it up. And I'm just going to be using plastic bottles from my tonic water that I have sterilised up. They are perfect for what I need this for. So just to recap what we've done, we took our water and sugar, brought it to the boil, simmered it for a couple of minutes. I then put the lime zest in without the pith, so that's all been cut off. Simmered that for another 5 to 10 minutes just to really get the syrup going. After the zest had been boiled through it, took it off the heat, chucked the elderflower heads in that I've been washed and picked down with the majority of the green taken off. Then squeezed both limes in here, and I've left it to sit for 3 days. That is it, ready, it's done. I've just got to pass it, get rid of this. I will pass it through a muslin cloth. I'm going to let it sit for a little bit as well to make sure all this goodness runs off. I don't want to lose any. So I'll probably let it sit there for an hour or so, a couple of hours, and maybe give it a light squeeze at the end. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy your lime and elderflower cordial.